Hi, thank you for following me today. I'm from Cooking with Mimi and You. Today we're going to dedicate this segment strictly on how to prepare foods as healthy as you can be, meaning herbicides and pesticides free. And as you know by now, I do have a passion for cooking, but I couple that with my educational background as a chemist from USDA, which makes me very aware of all the herbicides and pesticides present in our food system and how it severely affects our lifestyle nowadays. We will start today with a very basic preparation, salads, which consists of the greens and other vegetables you want to incorporate in there, as well as washing the meat of your choice when you prepare your meal, and cooking rice. This is the SD501 Platinum Series. I've been using this for the last 9 years and has been a real partner with me in terms of food preparation and cooking healthy, herbicides and pesticides free. We're going to start with our demonstration with just the basic vegetables that we almost use every day. We're going to start with washing our Wild Wonders assorted grape tomatoes. One I will wash with regular tap water, and one, what I've been doing for the last 9 years, wash it with Kangen Water 9.5. So this bowl here gets the regular tap water. There it is, sitting in regular tap water. And this one, I'm going to turn on my Kangen
Water 9.5.
So this is the first step when I usually do cooking. I make sure all my vegetables and produce are sitting soaked in Kangen water. So now we have our greens soaking and rinsing. So we can go back now to our tomatoes and see how they're doing. This is the bowl that we washed with regular tap water. So this water would be the one that's going down the drain with all the dirt that you purposely washed off from your tomatoes. So that belongs there. And this is the bowl with the Kangen water that we're trying to rinse our tomatoes and make sure that we get all the pesticides and herbicides out of it. So to show you how that's the difference. This is the wastewater after soaking your Wild Wonders organic tomatoes versus washing it in regular tap water. So as you can see, this is the wastewater from the tomatoes soaking in Kangen Water 9.5, and this is the wastewater from the tomatoes that we're soaking with regular tap water like everybody does. So you can see the clear visual difference in the color of the water. So this SD501 is very easy to have in your kitchen. It doesn't occupy much space and very easy to use. As soon as you have it all hooked up, you have this adapter that you can change the water coming from your regular sink, whether to come out as the tap water or with just a switch up, meaning this gadget up is the one that's gonna open up and just put the water.
9.5.
And that's it. So simple. Or if you want to change it back to tap water, tap water. Washing dishes, washing hands, and definitely washing your vegetables. So these are our greens, kale, that we're rinsing by letting it sit in Kangen Water 9.5 for this bowl, and this one just regular tap water. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to capture the water that it has been sitting in to see what kind of dirt we were able to remove. That's that one there. And this is the Kangen Water 9.5 that the kale is sitting in, and we drain it. And that's what it looks like. It's very faint, but you definitely can see a different water discoloration. So now that you have seen it again, with what the tomato showed you, it's consistent with the kale. You'll see the wastewater with the 9.5 used to wash the kale, how you can see some pigmentation. Knowing that there's certain things that you're pulling from the kale, such as herbicides, pesticides, and other dirt, can you really cook the same way you used to, which is using tap water in your food preparation. Just want to show you that when you do use Kangen Water 9.5, not only in your cleaning but also in your cooking, you're definitely removing all the chlorine and other chemicals that is allowed to be in our system. For example, chlorine to keep it safe and so that it doesn't have any bacteria. But there's also a downside to that. If you don't use the Kangen Water 9.5, you will be consuming all the chlorine that is used to sterilize and sanitize our water. So I'll show you a real example where you can see this is water from the faucet, and this is the water from Kangen 9.5.
Kangen Water 9.5.
This is a chlorine test indicator. It should turn yellow in the presence of chlorine. It binds to the chlorine molecule and gives it a visual color of yellow. 4 spots in this one likewise. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the tap water. Slowly mixing it. See how bright yellow it turned? That means lots of chlorine in there, which is good because we don't want to get sick. We need that for sanitation in our water. And this is the Kangen water. No chlorine, no yellow, nothing. So we already know it's in this water. And if you don't have the Kangen water 9.5 and you want to cook rice, so you start with a bowl of water, and this is your rice. Any kind of rice will do, or even any carbohydrates, even pasta. And you start cooking it there. That's your rice, and you rinse it, you stir it. And you let it sit there for a while, which you usually do when you cook rice, is you rinse it with the water, you let it sit in the water for a little bit so that it softens up, and when it cooks, it just really fluffs up beautifully. So that is, look at the color change. And your question is, what happened to the yellow? Well, the yellow molecule that was visual to you was bound to a chlorine molecule. It's gone now. Guess where it is? In your rice. So now we're back to our main entree. We're doing the meat, and it's really very important. I can't stress it hard enough on how important it is that we wash our meat, because this is allowed to be soaked in a blood-based dye. So now not only is it in its own blood, but it's a blood-based dye. So I'm gonna cut this in half to make sure that we have a really good amount of sample here when we do the washing, because you will see later on the difference in the washed water. So now we have here the 2 halves of our St. Louis style pork spare ribs. One we're gonna wash with regular tap water. And the other with our Kangen water 9.5.
Kangen Water 9.5.
So once again, these meat are allowed to sit in just a course of your food preparation, no specific time. And I will transfer the wastewater in 2 different bowls so you can see the intensity of the residues that we're able to pull out. This one was with just regular tap water. This is tap water meat. And then this one is with a Kangen water 9.5. Flip it around for a little bit just to make sure that it's truly pulling out all of the impurities in it. It's a very light color difference, but what you might not be able to see there is the cloudiness of the water. The one that was the wastewater that was Kangen water 9.5, it's definitely more cloudy than the regular tap water. Now we have come to our conclusion of our cooking with Mimi and you using Kangen water 9.5. I hope you're able to appreciate the big difference in using food preparation 9.5 Kangen water versus food preparation with regular tap water. Basically, not only is it healthy for cleaning and prepping your food, but even also for drinking, because our body is made of 75% water. It just makes sense that if you have the 75% portion perfect, the rest would follow. So change your water and change your life. Thank you for following.